we've gone from the neighborhood farmers market to the urban neighborhood environment, where all the amenities of, you know, shopping, restaurants, the theaters right here, bookstore, are
not just a bookstore; it's a Borders.
It's a bookstore. Are all at your disposal. And again, you pointed out it's just a couple blocks, 2-3 blocks from Grand Bend. The train station's right here. You head east a little bit and you're down on Sherman Avenue. Some great little breakfast spots right down the street here. Another bookstore. The name of it back down this way.
There's a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. I mean, you can spend a day. Start out in the morning with a walk over to the farmer's market. If you want, go for a stroll along the lakefront. Walk back into town, finish your shopping, going through Whole Foods, down through the bookstores, clothing stores, Urban Outfitters across the street here, American Apparel. Head home, drop off everything, come back in town for a little lunch on a sidewalk cafe, and then head back, get a little rest, come back and go for dinner at any number of places, from casual beer garden type of spots to fine dining like places like Stained Glass or Koi or Davis Street Fish Market. And then perhaps go to the movies at Century Theater or head down to Space to go see a band play, where you might find some jazz or blues or some soft rock or some classic rock. You never know. They've got a great mix of bands that cycle through that as well. And then add in the element of unique Northwestern University culture, where there's constantly plays and book readings and, of course, the lakefront and beach associated with that as well. So there's an enormous mix of opportunity and things to do here in downtown Evanston.
And you always see, even on a Saturday morning like this, where it's fairly early, a lot of people on the street, a lot of families with young children, a lot of young couples, and a age mix too, because the university attracts an older crowd of professoriate.
Absolutely, it's a great environment that is, if you have the desire to be connected up to the lakefront, the shore, and have easy access to downtown, Metro, or even driving down to the city. Evanston provides that great little urban environment at arm's length from the city and directly in touch with all of the North Shore as well.
For people who value it, there's an enormous amount of diversity in Evanston.
Absolutely.
You've got students from all around the world, professors from all around the world.
Yeah, you see a great mix, a great cultural mix come together in Evanston, and it is a university town as well, so you do get that international element, people seeking higher education and the best education you can find in the country, if not in the world.
Are there any unattractive elements of living in this area, or living in Evanston?
I haven't found anything that I would consider unattractive. I think Evanston is truly that urban environment on the North Shore. As with any urban environment, there's always unique elements to it, but in terms of unattractive, no, I think Evanston is exactly that. It's a great urban enclave, nestled just north of Chicago, and embracing the lakefront as well as the living.
I was wondering the other day, as I was driving somewhere, why a lot of suburbanites look for a pied-à-terre in the city, and I'm wondering why more city dwellers don't look for what I would call a pied-à-shore in the suburbs.
It's an interesting comment. You're right, because there are a lot of people that may have spent a lot of time up here, grew up here, even went to school in and around the area, perhaps even at Northwestern, and have spent most of their adult lives down in the city, and I think would find having a place here in the North Shore in Evanston to be an enormous benefit to them. So
great weekend getaway.
It is a great. Well, that's how the North Shore started, as weekend getaways for business folks down in the city. So it grew right up and down, and then train lines brought people further and further north, and that was the way in which this area kind of started and grew. And you're right. It could absolutely be that for people again.